Alright guys, we're back with another demo, and today we're looking at Mada, who in this game is playing on Rugrats. This game's about a year old. Nowadays, Mada is playing professional Valorant on Andbox with some old names for sure. Warden is his coach from Complexity, and he's playing with Ye, who might have the best online nickname ever, and he's got Seb on his team, an older player that's kind of bounced around on a lot of teams, but it's a real mishmash of experienced players, a very experienced coach, Warden being from like the glory days of Complexity. Actually, Warden's been a coach for about 5 or 6 years now, mostly on Complexity, but he was on some other teams. He coached a little bit on Team Liquid years and years ago. He hasn't played for a long time, but I'm going to show a quick clip of Mada and what he's up to these days in Valorant.
Last player standing. Spike down, attacker spawn. One enemy remaining.
Let's get 55.
No armor, no armor. No way. Oh my god. Who are you?
That's not too bad. Not too bad. Mada is actually playing, as of recording this, he's playing against Sentinels tomorrow in, I think it's the lower bracket finals. They knocked Sentinels down to the lower bracket early on. And this round I actually wanted to talk about. He gets so much map control, like right off the bat. They're going out, they're running as fast as they can. He's getting some pop flashes to help him gain some ground out here. And then it's like they were just kind of one pop flash too short. I just felt like sitting in front of the smoke was not going to make things happen. And he just dies to an SMG. I feel like just one more pop flash to go through that smoke, right? You might as well take a fight if you're going to go to gain all that ground. He has this nice pop flash which he lines up. This is the first time I've seen that actually, and he throws it a couple times. It's a perfect, I'm not gonna say pixel perfect, but it's like a very precise to flash off an opper holding that angle, right? So if an opper just leaves a sliver there, right, they won't get blind unless it's a very precise flashbang. And I was surprised he's actually got a little lineup for it, and he throws it a few times this game. I chose to look at Mada in this demo because he was only 16 for this game, and I've been talking a lot about match fixing and betting on CS games and kind of the morality behind it, and it seems so weird to be able to load up a betting website and see 16-year-olds playing a video game, and people are letting you throw thousands of dollars down on that video game. Not even mentioning the match fixing here. Pretend there's no match fixing happening whatsoever, right? It's, you know, these fans are going to be livid that they're losing their money. They're going to take it out on 16-year-olds, and like none of these guys asked to be put in this situation where rabid bettors are betting on their game. Here's that flashbang again. It's pretty nice. It actually works there. It flashes that opper off. He was holding like the exact angle that he was trying to flash off.
Nice try, man. That would have been the play, but I don't know. That is, it's actually like unexpected as fuck where he is.
Yeah, I guess that's my retake, but fuck, so unlucky.
Like I was saying, none of these young guys asked to be put in a position where dudes are going to start gambling on their fucking game, right? This guy's 16 years old. He shouldn't be put in a position where, you know, maybe someone's going to approach him to throw games, or maybe people are going to shit on him and talk trash on Twitter because he lost a game that they bet on or whatever. No 16-year-old should ever be put in that position. To me, that's just the dark side of gambling, and I can't see myself ever supporting that.
I can't believe he walks around the corner, dude. I thought he was gonna fucking just
It's
hard peek it.
mada. It's mada. He's really dumb.
I'm really glad that the in-game chat gets recorded in the demos. It adds a lot, to say the least. Anyways, I was gonna say, I watched Richard Lewis interviewed like a professor. I think he was a professor. Yeah, he was teaching. He taught about sports betting, and he basically worked in the sports betting and gambling industry his whole life. It's a nice double to clutch it out. And the guy was mentioning, I think it was a soccer game for kids under 14 or kids under 16. So it was all like non-adults playing, like teenagers playing. And there was over $6 million riding on the game in sports betting. Like, I don't know. I grew up playing, you know, basketball and baseball. To think that I could possibly play a game where these fucking guys would bet up, there would be a pool or a pot of $6 million involved in a game that I play as a kid is fucking bananas. And, for that reason, I just, I know the gambling, it brings so much money and sponsorship, blah, 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 to CSGO, but me, man, I can't, I don't think, look at this, did you see that flick? I got sidetracked there. But yeah, I just can't support gambling companies that have no issue putting games played by minors. Like, what's next? My 5-year-old playing alleys against my house? Is that we're gonna start gambling on that? Like, where are we drawing the line here? Like, what the anyways, that's my 2 cents on that. I'll get back to the game here. So they're playing Chaos in this game. Chaos at this time was ranked number 19 in the world. It was right after Steel had just left Chaos to go play Valorant professionally. And so they just lost their IGL and kind of the guy that molded this team, really. They were still a super talented team.
This guy's opping.
No. Go upper, because they're going to be looking at upper, at lower.
So Rugrats here. Rugrats, great name for a team that has teenagers playing on it, by the way. Rugrats really had their work cut out for them in this game. Chaos would have been a heavy favorite to win this game. Check out this molly too. They threw the molly just to prevent Rugrats from, like, their smoke lineups and their executes. All of it, like a ton of the nades take place up on this railing, right? So like that molly that came in from Chaos totally delayed all these nades that were about to go out and stuff like that. It's very interesting. Instead of throwing the molly at like the lower ramp, they chose to throw it there. I thought that was pretty cool. I don't see that very often, actually. Otto was kind of brought in on Andbox to replace Android, so he had huge shoes to fill for that role. Actually, one sec, I'm going to talk about this minimap real quick. You can kind of tell before they even take the bomb site that they're going to win this round if you look at the minimap, just the positioning that they have. If they hit it fast and if they can smoke off Z connector, they're going to be in a really good position. But I was going to say, Mada comes in to replace Android, and Android, of course, played for Complexity for a while in CSGO, and he was always like a fringe tier 1 player. It seemed like he had games where it looked like he was ready to start competing at tier 1, but he never pieced it all together and couldn't be a consistent player in tier 1 CSGO. So Valorant comes out, Android switches to Valorant.
Dude, my FPS is like 0 right now.
And Android really hit the ground running in Valorant. He was very, very good at Valorant, and he gets picked up by NRG, so he leaves Andbox. So Android was actually a pretty old player. He's already 26, which is getting up there for sure, considering his name hasn't been around that long. But anyways, Mada being able to come in and fill his shoes at age 17 is a fucking huge deal. Especially for like the longevity of the team, and if you're gonna build a core, right, you don't really want to start building a core with a bunch of guys that are 26 years old. You want to get them kind of as young as you can, and especially if you can get somebody exceptionally young like Mada. Really gorgeous 3K spray down there. It was an eco round, but still, that was really nice. I said earlier, their team on Andbox is really a mishmash of older guys and younger guys, and their performance right now has been, I would say, stellar, especially for a new org with a bunch of new guys coming onto the scene. This clip I really want to talk about. So they're trying to save their guns, and they're kind of loosely all three on the inner bomb site, and Mada's watching the lower ramp here because he heard John G shooting at his teammate, and then Mada gets shot in the back. So his teammate here, Cobra, is watching CT spawn. Not too bad, but this guy, RZU, I'm not going to rip into him too hard because I don't know the comms. He sees Jonji, then he smokes it off, and then he just stops looking there. He has Mada right on his fucking screen. He knows Mada's going to die. Like, if... okay. If I was playing this game, I'd be going fucking ballistic if I died from that. And then RZU, he looks at the ground and he dies to Jonji. Like, what the fuck, dude? Okay. Like I said, I don't know what the comms are for this. Maybe it wasn't, maybe something got totally missed. But to me, you got to stop moving around like this so much so your teammates know what the fuck you're doing. And I'm going to show a clip actually that kind of represents that a little bit from Dazed here. Okay, check out this clip.
Revealing area.
Push market.
They're taking nuclear control right now.
One took.
I'm leaving it. I'm blind. Oh, they're getting me. No.
I don't know how to play off Mo, man.
No, I was running away, Daisy. You were running again. That's what happened.
I'm coming back, Mike. 2 market. Trying to come back short.
Get guns and hookah for free.
The problem is when you're trying to figure out the coverage of an area, or you're trying to, like, you can't calm every little thing. You have to take into account like where your teammate is when you visually see him on the screen. Are you totally leaving him hanging out to dry and he's going to get fucked by somebody peeking from an angle that you just fucking saw someone? And also like Daze says there, I don't know how to play off of Mo in that case. When you're working with your teammates, if you're constantly moving positions or if you're unpredictable, your teammate can't position themselves intelligently because they don't know what the fuck you're doing. If you just kind of watch one angle, this is my angle, I'm going to watch that, then your teammate can position himself around that. He's not going to, you know, Mada in that situation assumed that his teammate was watching upper because his teammate was fucking upper. And he saw someone too, so he's like, oh, okay, my teammate's, you know, he's got that. I'll watch the lower ramp because that dude can come out lower ramp too, right? Instead, like, his teammate makes a decision. And, yeah, like I said, if I was in Mada's shoes, oh boy, I would have gone fucking nuclear there. Anyways, that's my rant for that. Okay. This was a really good game. They didn't end up winning the game. You know, Chaos wins it out in the end, but Mada had a really good game. And being so young, kind of like I was mentioning earlier, his future in Valorant looks really good. And I think they could probably, you know, everybody wants to build that core team, right? The core type of team where you can keep players together for years and have strong performances. And anytime you can add a young guy that has a high probability of being in the scene for a long time, that's a positive. So Andbox being able to pick up Mada, who just kind of had MDL, like middle MDL experience, is a huge plus for that organization. Seems like they've got a really good cast of players on that organization. Ye has also had some just insane games. He seems like an incredible player. And yeah, I don't think the wins that they've had, I don't think there were flukes at all. I think this team's legit, and taking a BO3 from Sentinels, especially when Sentinels had 10s on the team, is no easy task. Fully expect Andbox to be a threat to win challengers. And yeah, we'll see what the future holds for them. I hope you guys enjoyed the demo. If you did, leave a thumbs up. If you want to help out the channel a little bit more, check out my Patreon, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.